Mr Ruddock, thanks for your time.
Yeah, not quite ready yet, Brian. Give us a minute. I've just asked for a glass of water.
Mr Ruddock, I'd like to talk to you about Mr David Hicks.
Yeah, I'll be with you when I can, Brian. Wait till I get a glass of water.
Mr Ruddock, if you don't mind, I'd like to start.
No, what, the smaller one, I think. Yeah.
Look, how long is it going to take for you to get David Hicks out of jail and back to Australia?
Thank you very much.
Mr Ruddock.
Very good. Yes, Brian?
Mr Ruddock, are you ready now? Can we start?
Yes, I'm ready, Brian.
All right, we'll start. Mr Ruddock, thanks for your time.
I am attempting to contain my excitement, Brian, at the prospect of discourse with you on what I genuinely hope will be a range of issues.
Mr Ruddock, when will the Australian government bring David Hicks home?
I have spoken recently to the United States government, Brian, and I have asked them to expedite this matter, and they have assured me they will give this matter their urgent attention.
Well, when will the matter receive their attention?
The matter, Brian, will receive their urgent attention.
Well, when will they receive their urgent attention?
At some future time, Brian. I have been given these assurances by the United States government, and I expect these assurances to be fulfilled.
Fully?
The concept fully, Brian, inheres in the doctrine of fulfilment.
And they will do this urgently?
Yes, Brian, I have been given the assurances I have outlaid for you.
When?
At some future time, Brian.
Mr Ruddock, you said you're opposed to the nomination of David Hicks' father, Terry Hicks, as Australian Father of the Year.
What I said, Brian, is that the nomination of Mr Hicks for the award of Australian Father of the Year was a politicisation of the award.
But giving it to Mr Howard was not.
When the award was conferred on Mr Howard, Brian, it was an ornament to objectivity and a model of its kind.
Nothing political about it.
Mr Howard, Brian, was given that award as a private citizen.
Oh, Mr Ruddock, where did they send the award?
To Kirribilli House, Brian. That's where he lives.
Yeah, so a political figure is someone whose son is jailed in a foreign jail for 4.5 years without any charges being laid against him. Is that right?
As I understand it, Brian, that is the current law in this country.
Have a glass of water, Mr Ruddock.
The question, Brian, is not whether I would like a glass of water now.
Have a good weekend, Mr Ruddock.
Thank you for your concern, Brian. I most assuredly will.
And what will you be doing?
Swimming, Brian.